Hi, this is Elliott Wave Sage. I want to go ahead and do a market update. Like always, none of this is financial advice. Always do what's best for you. So the market was more bullish than I expected today. I wanted to see a little more follow through on the downside, which didn't happen. It still could take another drop, you know. So I still would be careful. This isn't the time to FOMO in, but it's also not the time to get bearish. It's more of a sidelines type market. Now, what was most interesting today was China, big reversal with really no news. So I posted, is there stimulus that somebody knows or is anticipated? Because look, it's up to over 3% right now, and oil really rallied pretty significantly, which we saw in the NRGU in my update yesterday during my live stream. So I would just say, perhaps some people know already what's going to happen, or the market is anticipating this stimulus. So we'll see where this goes, but that would be very, um, I don't know how that would trade, but more than likely be weak dollar, China pumps, commodities pump, and maybe some cyclicals, and then of course energy, and then perhaps then the market gets nervous about inflation and technology is more sideways. So I don't know exactly how this will transpire, but very interesting with that, the way the market reacted with China. So we're probably in some fifth wave here in the Dow Jones, unless we can retake this peak on divergence. So we need a bigger extension, I believe. So I don't think that's gonna be a 4. I think it'll be another 1-2 that will come back and back test the breakout area. So again, looking for this pullback and then rip out of here. And the same thing I mentioned earlier, this could also be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we finish 5 and then come back down in 4 later, like that. So there's a couple options here. The triple Qs looks like that's the connector, and it seems like this wants to go lower unless it's a flat and it's done here. So uh, now I don't like the way that fifth wave looks. As you can see, it'd be a 1-2, and you really don't have the swings. So I don't like that being a flat correction. Perhaps you could put it there, the 5, and force it in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I don't like it. We'll see if it goes lower. And then the IWM, a lot of people are like loading up on shorts here. I wouldn't be doing that. But do what's best for you. This looks like to me a couple options here. Looking at it, we could put the 3 and the 4 here, and the 5, and then another 3 and a 4, ready for another 5, something like that. Out, or more than likely it's another 1-2 coming out here. Yeah, that's probably what I would be looking for, something like that. So good. Let's see where we're going with it. China looks like this is 1-2, 1-2. Want to see it break out of the downtrend line. Bitcoin started to take a dump. It hit the buy area. It's finding support here. It still looks like there's more swings lower that need to happen, it hit the area for a bounce, and then oil should continue higher. Gold hit this wave 4 area. Could it be a bigger pullback? It's possible that may actually be another full cycle correction, and it is. So again, using RSI, we would relabel this and call that a full cycle here, and then this is another 1-2 that we're in. And then silver probably is the same as gold, a full cycle correction. So I would not call that 3-4 anymore. So it would be a 1-2, and you know, 3, 4, 5. And this hit a buy area today and out. So we'll see if silver can get that wave 3 price action going. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Bond market should be continue to go down, be weak. 10-year should continue lower, the yields. VIX was really high this morning, not really high, but higher, and faded. So there was a lot of panic, relatively speaking, but the price really didn't drop. So again, buyers are buying the dip. And then this should be finishing up soon at any moment into a massive move lower. So I don't really see anything to be too concerned about in the market just yet, except for technology. Looks like it could still go lower, but I mean, the other stocks, this 5 can extend. It may also take another dip. So it's in a like a side, like stay on the sidelines area for the market. So today, if I look at what was working, what wasn't. China, obviously, FCX, Cleveland Cliffs, these are cyclicals, financials, energy. That was what was working. What wasn't working, crypto, technology. We'll keep an eye on Spotify. Looks like it's in this fifth wave. Could represent a dip buy opportunity down in this area later. So I was watching that, but it's too early, I think, to buy it. So that was what was weak. Looking for trade desk here at 70. This is another potential opportunity at 77.90 if we can get down there. Then that's one list, and then I'll just kind of go through technology. Everything, again, behaving, staying supported, no super crashes. And I know everyone has their favorite indicators and wants a crash, and they'll keep saying it should crash, and yeah, it will come, but it's just the market isn't ready, not yet. It's just not time. It's just not time yet. But is the time coming? Yes. Will it happen? Yes. Is it now? I don't think so. I think it's unlikely to see that. Yeah, just kind of checking out different stocks. QSI really pumps again. Looks like that wave 4 was set, and now we're pulling back in this fifth wave higher. If we're lucky, it extends in a 1-2, 1-2, and we get a super pump out of that. I think it announced earnings on the 7th, so we'll see. Yeah, and this was the story. Big reversal today. YNN, massive candle. So, and then Neo did pretty well too today, breaking out in a 1-2, 1-2. Yeah, it took out divergence. So that's just some kind of tight impulse here. Out. All right, let's see what else is going on in the market. If there's any other interesting gainers. Let's see here. Yeah, nothing standing out too much. How's healthcare? Let's see, QSI was my big winner today. What's going on with Beck and Dickinson? That could be a breakout. Did they have earnings? Not yet. Not sure what's going on with that one. It's breaking out. It broke, as you could see, that's a breakout of a massive consolidation. So that's interesting. Uh, so Beck and Dickinson is in play for a wave 3 breakout. And let's take a look at the RSI. It's been around for quite a while. So looks like to me, yeah, I mean, per the RSI, it's got like a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it, still, this is the 3 extension. These are 4s and 5s. So it's a wave 3 of a wave 5 grand super cycle breakout. And target would be, 300. So that's interesting breakout. I'm not sure again what the news was driving that. 5%. That's big for that move for that stock. Let's see what else is going on. Tandem continuing to push higher, like we expected a little bit. Boy, that one got destroyed today. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're in 5. And what's that one? Just kind of looking around. ISRG is pretty popular. That could be a B. Okay, so nothing else in healthcare. Crypto didn't have a good day today, as you can imagine. A lot of weakness throughout. Let's check out Riot and Mara. So yeah, if you got in late on these, you're probably got blown up a little bit. That's why don't chase. The buy area may have already tagged that today, 1675 in Riot. That was the buy. It could still continue into this area, but this will be a dip area to buy. Riot and Mara, you have air at 1480. Still more downside coming. And if you really want MSTR, that should be close to bottoming in there. All right, and ETF wise, carry was supported. Dow, obviously, Dow Industrial, and let's see, Lab down was a big move down today. So Lab up took a dump. When we saw that with most of healthcare, except for the QSI, it was really did well. And yeah, Lab up was a loser today, but Lab up looks like it's just a 3-wave correction off this. So hopefully we get some more. We get another pretty good pop any day now on this. Want to see that, support it. And of course China. K-Web, emerging markets, EDC, Ralliant almost about to break the massive downtrend line. That's why I was loading up in these areas on these just along. You have to be patient. You see how patient you had to be. But I think we're breaking out now finally. Okay, so I went through all the stocks. That's probably the only thing that would interest me at the moment. There's definitely a lot of earnings coming up. And I think, again, the market should be supported. I wouldn't be looking for a big super crash until the dollar index is more or less down in this area, down where I'm circling. And the Dow is higher, up in this area where I'm circling, right around here. When those two conditions are met, I'd be a lot more cautious in the market, and maybe tempted to take some shorts out for the first time in quite a while. So then the other thing I want to mention is also keep an eye on the 2-year. And again, as we drop, that will support growth in tech. If you notice, we peaked here on October, around the October lows, and we've gone sideways, and that has supported the market, and that will continue. But once we start this next leg higher, I believe that will pressure the market to the downside, and even to new lows, which is almost unthinkable at the moment. But we could be trading at new lows, and this could happen very quickly. Like we like I said, I showed that we could still be supported later, later on, you know, here, but we could still pull a quick dump crash like correction, very quickly into early 24, late 23, and then really hard out of that into 26 and 27. That's that's the kind of the setup. So this Y wave doesn't necessarily have to take years and years. I don't think it will. I think it'll be intense, deep, in and it's not known if it will break the low, but it could easily, given the bottom end structure, break the low. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up doing that later. But what has got to happen to cause that is got to be a massive black swan calamity that nobody has seen, nobody recognizes a possibility, because that's the only way to dump the stocks to get this. We'll see what that black swan is. But for now, we still have more upside, more time. Again, October is a great time to start something like this. Maybe late September, but right now, these dips I think are just for buying the dips until otherwise. That's the strategy I think is that's gonna work for now for a little bit. All right, guys, that's all I've got.